Hi there, it's time for part two. Oh boy. Okay, so I really sat today and reflected on life and fuck, I'm hot right now. I'm just like really hot. Anyway, I came to this beautiful park once again, and the water in the river is running and it's beautiful. This has been the longest fucking winter I ever remember. I do not remember ever seeing this much snow. So to come for this drive and see the running water is like, oh my God, it just feels so peaceful to be sitting by this beautiful, beautiful little river that I'm so lucky to live so close to. So what I wanted to share is, this morning, what came out of my mouth is that I was having a really stressful time last night and I kept hanging on to my heart. And what I realized is a lot of people hang on to their hearts, and oftentimes we hang on to hurt instead. And what I'm really recognizing is that for the last however many years, I have been praying. I don't know why my phone keeps shutting off. I have been praying to be happy. Yeah, lots of times I think about a really great partner showing up, and I would love that. And I think about how great it would be to have clients again for my business and having people reading my books and taking my workshops. I would love that. But you know what I would love even more? I finally decided is I would love to be happy. I would love to be happy no matter what fucking happens in my life. I would like to be happy and not ever need a partner. I would like to be happy. And interestingly enough, through the motherfucking challenges that I've gone through, I feel like because I just continue to face them and really ask God, like, what were they planning through this? What is the purpose through this? What am I meant to learn through this? And what I'm realizing is it wasn't necessarily about learning. It was more about unlearning. It was about unlearning what I need to be. It was about unlearning what I thought I needed. It was about unlearning who I thought I was, who I needed to be. I can't even remember the things that I've listed already, but it's like, it's about being here in the moment, motherfucking happy. And then it doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter if a great man shows up because I'm happy. It doesn't matter, what happens with my business because I'm happy. It doesn't matter if people read my books or take my workshops or ever watch my videos because I'm happy. And I feel like I'm here. I've been catching glimpses of this through the years, but never from this place. And I would say that that's the point of life, is to get deeper and deeper into our hearts and to really experience more and more love and joy and peace and truth. And we do that by facing the fears that show up. And that's what I call fuckery. We've got to face all the fuckery. And like I said again this morning, some people keep holding their hearts and they keep opening their hearts. And our intention is to be more and more open-hearted. And other people hang on to their hurt. And it doesn't mean anyone's wrong. It just means that if you hang on to your hurt, which is what we all do in different ways, but the more hurt you hang on to, the less you're actually living life. because you can't live life if you're hanging on to hurt, because your heart is closed. You can live, obviously. You're going through the motions. You're not going to drop dead. But you know what? You're not going to thrive, and you're not going to enjoy, and you're not really going to fully rest, and you're not really going to play. You're going to be striving, and you're going to be thinking, and you're going to be planning, and you're going to be doing, and you're going to be setting goals. But you're not going to be here just sitting in front of the fucking water, looking at the trees saying, holy fuck, I am happy. I'm just happy. And, you know, I've been talking a lot about this in my online workshops, and I don't have to be right. I never try to be right. But what I do like to share is the analogies that show up when I'm doing my meditations. And what I've been seeing a lot of lately is that we have a page of our story written on the receptors on our cells. And the light of consciousness projects through those stories, and we see them in our world. We see them in our lives. Everything that's showing up in our life is reflecting back to us and showing us the things that we believe we deserve. And what if we stay open to that? And what if every time something happens, we ask ourselves the question of, what was I believing that created this? Where are my limits? Where are my limits? What is my fear? Like, what did I do to create this situation? Or what did I do to fuel the fire? Like, right? What do I need to see in order to free myself from doing this again, experiencing this again, clinging to the experience of misery? And, you know, I'm recognizing that I've grown in a lot of areas of my life. I really have. I faced a lot of limits, a lot of fear, a lot of lack. But one of the biggest things that I still was very not happy about was the fact that I'm single at 52 years old, that I haven't attracted a great man, but it wasn't happening because I still believed I needed it. And I've gone through the phases of pleasing people in relationships. I've gone through the phases of needing people to be in my life in order to be happy. I've gone through the phases where I was blaming people for ways that they treated me. And then I've gone through the phases where I've tried to save people. And now I'm like, those were all experiences that I was choosing because I didn't believe that I could be happy alone. That is why we please other people. That is why we need other people. That is why we blame other people. That is why we try to save other people, because we're more concerned about them than we are about ourselves. We're not fully believing that we're just happy here. And I feel like after everything that's been going on in the last few weeks, I'm like, I think I'm okay. I think I'm really fucking okay, which means I am not going to settle in my life. Why would I? If I'm happy alone, why would I spend time with somebody that isn't an open-hearted person? And again, for the first time, I'm not blaming those people. Opening our hearts means we feel a fuck ton of pain. But you've got to walk through the pain in order to find the peace. And if you don't do that, you will never be able to hold a space of love for another person. You got to feel the pain. People don't want to feel the pain. That's why the world is the way it is. But now I'm here to show you and tell you what happens when you get to the other side and you get to this place of freedom where it's like, I don't need anybody. So, you know, I don't need anybody. I don't need anybody, but I'd love to be in a great relationship, but I don't fucking need it. It's beautiful. It really is.